Well, hello, friends. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you're doing well and staying well in the midst of this unprecedented and strange season we're all continuing to navigate together. I'm in the sanctuary because we've just finished recording parts of this Sunday's service, and I have to tell you, it promises to be incredibly meaningful. You may remember that this Sunday is All Saints Sunday, and All Saints Sunday is the Sunday we speak the names of church members and loved ones of church members who have died over the past year. And we chime those names, and we often will bring roses and place them in honor of those people. This year, our deacons and Stephen ministers and others have gone out to folks who've lost loved ones who were open to this, and we've delivered roses, and we've gotten pictures of those who wanted those, and some of those pictures will appear in the service as well. So it promises to be a really meaningful time of worship together, and I hope you'll join us for that. I hope you'll also join us in participating in the planning and the launching of our next ministry plan. And hopefully you've received communication about that in recent weeks, that you've gotten those things, that you've received letters, that you've seen videos, that you've participated in worship, and you've also seen this Catalyst commitment card. And we really need your Catalyst commitment card soon. It would have been great to have it last Sunday. If we could have it by this Sunday, that would be fantastic. Really, at the very latest, by Sunday, November the 8th, because we have an all-church Q&A on that day about the ministry plan that's coming up. And you can help us prepare for that and to end this year well and start our next ministry plan well if you'll participate by getting us your commitment card. And you can get that commitment card to us by sending it in the mail to the church office. There's also a digital card that you should have seen information about, where you can just hit that link and put in your amount. But we would ask you to do that soon, and we hope you're praying and really seeking God on what it is you and your family will do over the next 2 years with us in mission and ministry together. If you're a part of this community of faith, we want you to be fully invested in the community of faith. And so if you've never given anything, we just hope that you'll take that commitment card and let us know that you plan to give something and what that something is. And that would be incredibly helpful, because as a community of faith, we want to be all in. We want to be all a part. We all want to have a part in what we're doing in mission and ministry together. And then what we've said for our church members is that if you're not a member, then it has privileges. But if you are a member, there are privileges and there are responsibilities. And one of the 4 responsibilities we ask for our church members to fulfill is that you would give in proportion to your income, with the goal being the tithe. Now, we know the goal being the tithe is not biblical, because the tithe, 10% of our income, is an Old Testament benchmark, and then the New Testament says basically to give as much as we can. But we've said give in proportion to your income, with the goal being the tithe, and in proportion to your income may be beyond the tithe. But we hope that you're considering that spiritual practice of giving and how that can both contribute to mission and ministry and also contribute to the formation of your own soul and life as well. And then, just as a helpful resource, what we do is, and you've probably seen this in the material, we've provided this giving stairway. And that stairway, on each one of those steps, will show where you might be giving, what level you might be giving at each month. And we've just asked folks to consider prayerfully, is God calling you to step up 1 or 2 steps as you take your next steps in your relationship with God and your relationship with this church, and in your support of the mission and ministry of God through this church in the world. We want you to consider that. Christy and I have considered that prayerfully together. We faithfully give to the church and have since we got here, and you've heard stories about that. We've looked at that this year, and we've already committed to increase what we normally give each month to the church by 10%, a little more than 10%. And then we're even in ongoing conversation about would it be possible for us to do more than 10%, and should we do that? But we know we're going to take what we've been giving regularly, and we're going to increase that by 10%. a little bit more than that, actually. And so we would just challenge you to think about how you might do the same, how you might contribute, and what God might be calling you to do, so that we can all do together as a community of faith what God's calling us to do as we participate in God's ministry of renewal in the years ahead. This is such an interesting time, and we've never needed one another, I don't think, more than we do right now. We're so grateful for the ways that we're able to stay connected, and we're also grateful to our God and how our God loves us and comforts us and is always with us. And in obedience to that God, we want to do our best to continue loving our neighbors, all of our neighbors, as ourselves. And that's why we do some of the things that we've been doing as we navigate this strange and unprecedented time. Friends, I love you. I miss you. And I'm so grateful for your presence in my life and in our life together.